Continuing the How to Defeat Misa series, this is going to be Mere Kingly, but this will just be Mere Mute City 3. And since Misa is using two different machines predominantly now, we'll be covering both Fox and the Goose. So let's get into the first race with Fox here. This is a straightforward Fox race. You just keep spamming boost and you end up in first place. You can see each time the lap starts again, people start passing them because of those zippers on the left side. So it's really no gimme to front run with Fox on this Mute City. So that was just a solid front run. He wasn't going for the speed bumps to get sparks, just straight boosted to get first place. Let's see what time that is. So a low 155. That's a good time, and he was able to hold the lead. But let's see what some alternative strategies are. So this will be Fox again, but using a different strategy. As you can see in this run, he's kind of stuck in the pack here, but building up sparks. So this is going to be a Skyway run. And there it is, the Skyway hover of 999. Puts him right into the other two front-running Foxes, but with more energy. And no one knows what happened to Lemon Sweet there. I've watched it several times. He just disappears. So who knows what was going on in his point of view. And there it is, the Skyway strat with Fox. And let's see what time that is. So another low 155, but with using the Skyway strategy. So it's pretty much how Fox will play the races, depending on what you have. I prefer just using the no Skyway strategy because you're not depending on other variables, and you can easily get chip damage down and get stuck in the pack, and just, you know, all those other circumstantial stuff that prevents you from getting the run you want happen. So if you get to get the front run with just front running with just boost, that's probably just the way to go. But this is a very viable strategy with Fox, and it's always fun to do the 999 hover. So let's go into Mirror City 3 with Fox and see how the energy management works. So the Misa strategy, you're going into the zipper, and now you get a full refill and you can non-stop boost. Pretty much all the way up to here. So perfect amount of energy to get a full refill, not in danger of energy depletion. And let's go in for the alternative strategy. So I'll boost into the first zipper again, but this time I have one less boost, so I'm going to space it out a little bit. Pretty similar outcome. So both are viable. I mean, if you're not comfortable doing the zipper cut, which can lead into more hazards, you know, that's just a good way to go. Well, let's see the other one. So now I'm not going to do any boost here. And now non-stop boost. I think that one's the slowest of the three. You see, they all have like good energy management. You're not going to deplete yourself unless you do the boost into the zipper, then try triple boosting. But those are your options, and I think I like the not cut one, but doing the cut is just fun. So you could go with really any of them, depending on how you want to play and how your opener is. But it's fun to have all the alternative strategies of Mute City with the alternative routes. So those are the strategies Misa will be doing with Fox. Depending on the circumstances, we'll just either be front running or going for the Skyway hover. But let's now go into where Misa has transitioned into a Goose main for Mirror King League, and let's see what he does there. So pretty solid start. He didn't have to do anything, gets an early first lap Skyway. and that time he was able to grab the zipper. And there's Nag, shot ahead with the last lap Skyway. Misa got held up a bit by the blue, but let's see what the end time is here. So 156, and if he wasn't held up by a blue, that would have been 155 easily. And Nag got a 154, which is a great time. So Nag got that 4th lap Skyway, and if you get speed from the sparks, you get an even faster launch. So let's take a look at how it's possible to even get a faster Goose time on Mirror Mute City 3. So let's watch Nag here. You can see from the video title already, it's sub 154. So that's what you can do with Goose. That last lap, boosting over the speed bumps and getting extra speed into the Skyway is a lot of fun, and that can really get you ahead at the end. So there's a sub 154, which I've personally never seen Fox get a sub 154. Maybe it's doable, but I would say the Goose strategy is he's just better overall on Mute City. I mean, you have to have things align and get your Skyways at the right time, but you know that also applies to Fox as well. Switching over to Fire Stingray, let's see what Daizen can do. And just when you think he's about to use a Skyway, he doesn't. So let's see what happens here. So a bit of a different route. And in Fire Stingray, skipping the jump pad and boosting around the corner is actually a safer play and you get a better line. A lot of times with Stingray, Goose will just knock you off the jump pad line and then you end up, a lot of bad things happen. You start hitting walls and other stuff, so this is just easier driving path. There it is, really clean run with Fire Stingray. Let's check out the total time. Low 153. And the switch from the zipper to the regen on the fourth laps, I understand why he did it. He's possibly going to go into depletion. It seems like maybe he could have got away with not doing that, and then he would have had a sub 153. So it's only a matter of time before someone could pull off that run. And I think he could have got an earlier Skyway on the fourth lap with a higher launch speed and still gotten that last zipper before the finish line. And maybe even, then you could get the 999 exit, and then you would just have like the craziest, Mirror Mute City 3 run possible. So there it is. Fire Stingray plays differently. There's different routes you could take. Like I said before, like my experience with Stingray is I got knocked off that jump pad going on the left wall there so many times with Stingray because Gooses just go wild and spin you off. And even if you're spinning with Stingray, sometimes you could just still get pushed off just because of the crowd. So going around that route to the outside of the wall and boosting in to get a cleaner line, you can see where the bumpers are easier. So that's the strategy, and it worked out perfectly there. And you can see what kind of time it produces. Switching over to Blue Falcon, played by Supahguy.
He's sweating my ass.
Let's see how this goes.
Don't mind me. Alright, we got 2 more mute cities to get through. Let's just make the most. Oh wait, this is mirror. I forgot. So we got the boost pads. Oh my lord. Okay. I didn't even boost, and my health is already like this low. I haven't even boosted. Oh my god. Okay. Kinda have to now. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna go full pit stop this lap. And then just use Skyway whenever. So I can build up another one. Ideally, you want a second Skyway. That'd be very nice.
You can see he's kind of doing a hybrid strategy depending on his energy. Could do a full one the lap before, and I could do a zipper cut into the other one.
Maybe I should have gone for just some spark gates.
And the super describes there he probably should have got the sparks earlier. Now he's kind of
maybe we don't need to.
In a situation where he might not get sparks before the end of the race.
Come on, guys. Fight. Come on.
A little stranded on the sparks.
Okay, I'm just gonna use it now. A little bit later than I wanted, but I still got some placements there.
So not a perfect race, but it kind of just shows you what's going to happen in a real race. You're not obviously always going to have everything be perfect, but still 6th place in a tough lobby. That's really good. You can see here is while it's the slowest time I've shown, it shows Nag still got a 154, and 156 will still most likely, like, you'll still place well or good enough to feel like you're still in the GP. And you can see some bad things happen, as I described before, like he bounced off the wall while missing the jump pad on the left side there. It just kind of had a little bit of a spark problem at the end. He could have had a Skyway sooner in a better spot, and he had to kind of just play in how the race was going. Like, he had to go to full refiller because of all the chip damage he was taking, and then can just do a zipper cut in the other one. So especially with like Falcon, like, your laps are going to vary. You could probably come into the race having a set strategy and want to do something, but all the variables that happen, he played it out, and overall, even with some mistakes, you'll take that race any day of the week. I mean, he's top Falcon in the race. Just ahead of him was just the Goose Army. So, and that's what you can do with Blue Falcon. I wanted to show off all 4 machines to kind of show what their potential is and how their strategies will vary on Mirror Meat City 3. And I don't think I've seen really a perfect Blue Falcon race, and just showing off that last one was more of kind of showing how, like, an actual race plays out. Like, you're just not gonna, especially in those good lobbies, you're not gonna just have a free run to do whatever you want. So who knows what the Blue Falcon's potential is. It might be less because of the speed retention's a little bit less off the speed bump, which where Goose and Stingray get that benefit from that strategy. But as you can see, the runs Misa did with Fox are beatable, so it's not a Fox-dominated course. It's just if someone has a good run like that and gets their well-timed Skyways and a good line on the speed bumps, they could pull ahead of Fox on this track. Your competition isn't going to be Fox, though. It's going to be Goose, even with Misa. Misa's been maining Goose on the Mirror GPs just because it's better overall, and it's also easier to use. So it's kind of just, there's a lot of advantages to using it. And you can see here, even the Fox Front Run, it wasn't the best time at all. Like, the other machines can get faster times. It's harder to do with Stingray, but it's possible if you can get those clean lines over those speed bumps and pull off that run. But Goose overall is just the most consistent just because of how it plays in the pack, and there's less variables that affect it. So I mean, that's really your competition. So even if Fox does have like a breakaway front run, it's overall it's not going to be that big of a problem because it's really difficult to play with Fox and Mirror King League. It's probably overall actually the worst machine for the GP. That's something that did not exist in the previous versions, where if Fox was pretty much dominant on like 90% of the courses where it was the best, and if like its worst, it was like the second best. So I mean, it's just like a whole new game now, especially the nerf and the mirror. So that's what you're gonna have to do to beat Misa while he's using Goose, is just do the nag strategy. It's just not gonna, obviously you're not gonna pull it off every time, but that's the pathway to do it.